Hi, my name is Destiny Jones, and it's Sunday, March 31st, and here's what happened over the past week. Starting off, Niger asked the US to leave out of their country because they are beginning to question Western powers because of what is happening in their neighboring countries. The US then responded saying that Niger is sending mixed signals and they have not had a proper request to leave Niger. U.S. Marine Corps Michael Longley has stated that social media is brainwashing West Africans and that Russia is playing a role in the brainwashing. The EU opens an investigation against Apple, Meta, and Google because it says that they are investigating companies for non-compliance against a law that they have designed, the European Commission has designed, to stop big tech companies from digital markets. They have a set rules of do's and don'ts, which, if broken, these big tech companies can face a hefty fine and including a broken business. The EU wants to make this digital marketing more fair and honest. Also, this is a lot to read, so I'm gonna link the article in the bio, just as well as the other topics that I'm gonna talk about that are a lot, so you can read yourself. I'm gonna link it in the bio. Instagram has begun limiting political content with just months away from the US election. Meta has made an announcement on a blog post stating that they want to make their platforms a safer place and better place for everyone. Mark Zuckerberg has stated that the Meta community doesn't want politics to take over their Meta experience. The youngest mayor in Ecuador, Brigitte Garcia, who is a 27-year-old mayor of San Vicente, was found shot dead alongside her advisor, Jairo Luor, from gun-inflicted wounds that was shot from inside the car. The police are investigating to find out a motive for this murder. On Wednesday, March 26, around 1:30 a.m., a cargo ship that was experiencing power outages crashed into a Baltimore bridge, which caused the bridge to collapse, taking the lives of 6 hardworking Hispanic men. They have been identified. I will link the article that has their full names and who they are. Only one person hasn't been identified, but investigators and recoverers are still trying to recover the bodies, so my prayers are with their families. White women in NYC have been assaulted by a man named Shaboki Stora, who was arrested and charged for the crime of assaulting him, and he's on a $10,000 bail right now. A few months ago, 2 Black women have said that this same man assaulted them, and there's a video going around of one Black woman screaming at a police officer trying to get that same man arrested, but the police officers ignored them. So fast forward to now, this wouldn't have happened if the police officers would have took those 2 Black women seriously. But they don't listen to us, so once it's a white woman that's being put in danger, that's when they decide to listen to us, because it's that same man punched those white women in their faces this past week in NYC, and he has been charged for just that assault on those women that happened this week, and not the women from 2 months ago. Sadly, the UN has announced a 2-week ceasefire for the remaining weeks of the holy month of Ramadan for Israel to stop its fighting against Palestinians, in which the US have abstained. This is not a permanent ceasefire like we wanted, but it is a 2-week ceasefire for the remainder of the holy month of Ramadan, which we all know that Israel is not going to stop. The Israel settler colony is not going to stop their violence against the Palestinians, because they're just not going to do it. And also, Egypt is closing its borders within the next week. It could be sooner, it could be a little later, but we're just not sure. But I will try to link a GoFundMe so you guys can help the families in Gaza to escape to Egypt before Egypt closes its borders officially. Over 300 women in Chicago were sexually assaulted by an OBGYN by the name of Fabio Ortega. The Chicago healthcare system allowed this man to continue his practice unsupervised for a year after he was investigated by police officers for the sexual assault of 2 women, in that time frame in a year, he then assaulted 6 more patients. He was arrested and charged, and he is facing up to 3 years in prison. It is said that his crimes had went on for over a decade, which resulted into about 300 patients being sexually assaulted by Fabio Ortega. He is 77 years old. Scientists have stated that by 2029, they will have to find a way to take a second off of our time because the earth is slowing down because of the tides, climate change, physics, technology, and of course, politics. I am Destiny Otoyo Jones, and that's what's happened this week. Thank you.